Good morning, everyone. Today we'll continue our discussion to how to make research questions. Research questions are vehicles that you will rely upon to move you from your broad research interest to your specific research focus and project, and therefore their importance cannot be overstated. There are at least 3 steps to make research questions. First priority is to formulate your question. Then figure out how you are going to answer it. After it, you can present your answer.
Why does research need research questions?
Without research questions, you will flounder. With them, you will be guided in terms of data needed, data collection methods and data analysis. A set of research questions should be formulated in ways which allow the identification and investigation of further issues that only doing the research can bring to light.
So how can we formulate the research questions? Where do research questions come from?
You may come across a suggestion for an unanswered research question. However, do check that it has not, in fact, been addressed. And, indeed, that is a question that is both worthy of investigation. Is it still interesting and original? And, one thing, it should be doable. You may also decide to replicate someone else's work, perhaps to challenge it, perhaps within a different or particularly interesting context, or perhaps to use a different form of analysis on the same or related data. Or you may identify a niche in the research literature, that is, something related to your topic has been asked, but something else has not.
So how many research questions are usually made in the research?
Generally, most research projects use more than one research question, often of different types. 2 or more research questions might be grouped hierarchically under a higher one, which together they address. As the examples, you can see these examples of research questions. 1. What are some differences as reported in newspaper X and newspaper Y? 2. How are the social actors in each newspaper report nominal? 3. Which report uses the greatest proportion of agentless passive verb constructions? From the examples, number 1 is considered as a higher one and the other 2 are the subordinate questions. So making research questions should be interrelated from one question to another. We cannot make 3 research questions with different areas of discussion. We should also remember that it is important to define key terms. For the set of research questions given, we would need to be clear about what we mean by the terms we use there. Your research questions should be clearly formulated, intellectually worthwhile, and researchable because it is through them that you will be connecting what it is that you wish to research with how you are going to go about researching it. Well, hopefully you can understand how to make research questions now. For the next assignment, I'd like to ask you to formulate the research questions based on the problems you find in your object. So I guess that would be enough for today. I'll wait for your work next week. Good morning, everyone.